Well, it seems to have calmed down, and that's good, because I'm driving now. Still going to record, talk. I know the way home. So I will go ahead and make this my further thought on the Miami Aliens video. It's really wet out here, so let me point it up a little bit just in case we catch anything on the screen. But the descriptions that the people gave about the aliens they saw, of the entities they saw, got me thinking. The active camouflage that we have been working on with the military and private industry, we have something like that already, and we can deploy it. It's not electronic, it's a material. I'll try to leave a link. Yeah, this is gonna work good. This is gonna work good. But I'm talking about the recording method. So we have that already, and it seems like someone, I want to know who that 100 Monkeys is that was talking about, that launched that NFT cryptocurrency thing me and Amy talked about. I would like to know more about that guy. Who's he? Let's find out more about him, because thing is, he launched it and said somebody's about to get rich. Or something like that. And then the events happened, so makes me think they were using something they made that they came up with, and it caused this big stir. And about the 100+ police cars, I'm starting to think that that might be a typical response to a mass shooter event, and they didn't know it was not one, so they deployed what they would for a shooter, a mass shooter in a populated area event. And then this happened, or they did the deployment. Sorry, I'm driving, right? So but yeah, I'm starting to think that this was a small business starting up. They came up with their very own active camouflage, and people saw it, didn't know what to think of it. And what they described, dark and blurry, disappearing and reappearing, that's what they do. That's what those active camouflage things, that's what they appear to be. Now imagine you're holding a riot shield in front of you. You know what a riot shield looks like, right? Imagine you're trying to hold it close to you. You take a step with your right foot, your leg is going to press against the riot shield and push it forward and break the angle that it needs to be at for maximum light dispersion, okay? And you've got one on your front. You're covered in this material. Now, when you walk forward, it's going to break the spell, so to speak. It's going to break the ability to disperse light. And when you take the next step, it corrects that. The thing, you would disappear. Now, this is at nighttime. This is at dusk, right? Remember, these things are really good at night. Like, almost perfect at night. But not so great during the day. Because you can see a figure walking. You can see a figure. But at night, if it disappears and then reappears, that's the angle, like a lenticular sticker, a lenticular little, you know, you move it to the left or right. Well, that just, it doesn't move all the light. It moves it to a certain place and then moves it to a certain other place when you change the angle. Kind of like this active camouflage stuff I'm talking about. I will leave a link for it, because they've been working on stuff like that since 2013, 10 years ago. And if anything has been discovered or just figured out by somebody like, I don't know, a kid in Miami, he's going to want to deploy it, test it, see if it freaks anybody out. And it did. And it just happened to cause a riot because teenagers, urban teenagers are already on edge anyway. And it doesn't take much to freak them out. They spook easily, okay? Yeah. Any urban teenagers would like to chime in? Go ahead. So, that is my thought on what happened there. I want it to be aliens. However, we have the stuff to make that kind of thing happen. You know, it's really interesting. It's really fun technology. And it's not really even, it's not active, it's passive, but active meaning power being added, right? Passive meaning no power being added, but distribution of light. That's kind of like active, but it's dispersion of light. And I remember reading, when I was reading about this, Richie, you covered this when we were talking about Bigfoot one time. Well, when you were talking about Bigfoot. And that the kind of fur that the military have come up with, it looks like a fur coat. It looks like a Chewbacca suit, but it's made from clear plastic. What is it called? Telecom uses it. It's stretched glass, right? I know people are in the audience going, it's this, you idiot, it's this. I can't remember the term right now. That's okay. You know what I'm talking about. I'll remember it in a minute. Because I'm a little distracted. And, but yeah, that's my thought on the Miami aliens thing. It is some really cool tech, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be actual aliens. I want it to be aliens. Yeah, I just turned the defroster on, so you might get a little bit of wind noise. But yeah, I'm starting to think, and I have researched this. I was, at first, when I first heard about it, Amy came on the show, and we were like, yeah, this is a scam. We both wanted to be aliens. I wanted to be aliens. She definitely will. I hope she does. Why wouldn't she? Yeah, dude, why don't you just not see where you are? Pull out in front of me. These people. But she came on the show and we discussed it. And you know what? I'll be honest. When Amy comes on the show, I get a little overwhelmed. I really do, because she's so, like, what's the word? Impactful in her presentation. And, well, then there's me. That's why in my other show me videos and the toy videos, I don't show my face. Because, well, you know, that's just life. And Amy is bright and bubbly and energetic. The dance party. And love her to death. I just feel a little overwhelmed trying to keep up, I suppose. Hope you can hear me okay. But yeah, that's my take on the Miami aliens. I think it's a really cool twist on lenticular light dispersion. And it's not new. The thing I read was from 2013. It's also been covered on Gaia, active camouflage, but Gaia, they kind of spin up like the Quantum Show too. They go everywhere, but they're very scripted. I appreciate it sometimes. But yeah, this has been a random live. I'm about halfway home now, so I was hoping to catch crazy wind on this video as I drove home, but it seems like it's just sprinkling now. No more crazy wind, at least not for now. Yeah, I gotta get past you, dude. I know your lane ends. There you go. It's all yours, bud. So, yeah, the weather calmed down, which on one hand I'm really grateful for because I'm driving through it, and on the other hand I was hoping to catch some of it because it blew everything around at work. We've got these barrels and these racks and various things blowing out of the dumpster, and it was crazy. They were bouncing against the walls of the office, the barrels were, and my coworker felt it vibrate the building. Big barrels, well, not big barrels, but slamming it with 60-mile-an-hour winds, you know. It causes quite a crash, you can imagine. And so let me know what y'all think about the Miami aliens and my take on it. I will be leaving links as I upload this, okay? So I'm not just talking what I don't know about. I've read about this stuff. I've watched the Gaia videos. I've watched some coverage from YouTube. People talk about active camouflage and how they're trying to save people on the battlefield and all that. So yeah, and I think the person who did the 100 monkeys is the guy, or linked to the guy somehow, who came up with it without the military, without the government. But you gotta admit, the police are kind of worried about someone having active camouflage, and they literally cannot be seen in dusk, in dim light, right? Or artificial light. Sunlight, probably, but not artificial light. They are going to be a little worried about that because, you know, Big Brother is watching, and if they can't see you, they get paranoid. So yeah, I'll be uploading this soon. Yeah, I need struts. My front end needs to be rebuilt. And so let me know what you think about my take on this. Refer to any links I leave. And thanks for watching. It's going to be not exactly a quantum short, but an upload, because I've been thinking really hard about this stuff. And I also want to address, before I take off, right? I also want to address, what is this being used as a distraction for? I'm thinking it's the election. I'm thinking it's the Epstein documents. I'm thinking it's everything about Epstein. And I'm always thinking it's a distraction from the hot zone. Shout out to Dark Journalist. So what are they up to, right? What are they distracting us from? Those are my things, right? Hot Zone Atlantis, Epstein documents, 2024 election. So shout out to all the quantum channels. Lynn, Mindforked, Rebellious Curiosity, I believe it is. I can't exactly get to it right now. Amy at Alien Girl 111, Nikki Starchild, Rich from GUFON, and I guess a tentative shout out to Thirdphase of Moon, who don't know who I am. Anybody, Nikki, other Nikki, I can't recall your channel right now. Not Nikki Starchild, but yeah, you know who you are. I commented on your post from Facebook today. And let's see who else. Raven McMinn, Shadow and Sun, R. Keith Andrews. Yeah, I'm doing shout outs of the people who are quantum channels with me, right? And one of the best moderators on YouTube, Samo, keeping it quantum everywhere we go. I hear you, bud. Okay, I will go ahead and wrap this up now because I'm about to get to my exit, and I don't need to be distracted by talking about aliens. I love talking about aliens. I love it because, well, I've had my own experiences. They are definitely not mainstream, can't prove a thing. Simon Fly. Yeah, I guess you get a shout out, Simon Fly. Stay skeptical, people, but don't close your mind so much that you can't see the light. Thanks. Keep it quantum. Out of here. Bye-bye.